So I want to speak to you about a certain word. I don't even know if it's in the Oxford Dictionary, but it's a word I think you are quite passionate about. It's the word Bant, B-A-N-T. Yeah? So you're passionately against Bant, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, why?
It's stupid. It's stupid. Look, go back to your grandmother story, right? What did I say I do?
You said you help people get shit done.
Yeah, or achieve the goals they want to achieve, right? Mm-hmm. So how does Bant help me help somebody do that? Bant helps me. Bant tells me, oh, if you have budget, good. Okay, you have budget, you can pay me. Oh, you're authority, good. You're the person that's going to be able to make the decision. So if I keep influencing you, you're going to buy from me. And, you have a need? Okay, great. I can sell to that. In time, you're going to get it down now so I can tell my boss that it's going to be done at this certain time so I can count on it for my pipeline or for my commission. Where the fuck does that provide any value to the buyer?
Can I play devil's advocate on that?
Bring it.
Because
yep.
I wonder if you probably are still getting those things, aren't you? But just not as explicitly as, now can I talk to you about budget? Now can I talk to you about this? Or, I know you go into decision-making process, but it's not as explicit. You probably are still wanting to find those things out through the process,
I never
right?
need to find out budget. Here, walk you through this. They all come by default. This is why I knew gap selling was the greatest selling methodology on the planet, because it did everything by default. So if you're able to create something that makes everything else happen by default, you knew they were the symptoms, not the real problem, right? So budget. I saw I ripped into let me start over. I compared Meddic to gap selling. And I said the same thing about Meddic, right? I said it's pretty much all seller-centric, not buyer-centric, right? And the person said, well, you can make Meddic or budget or Bant buyer-centric. And it says, when I asked them about budget, I says, look, can you tell me what your budget is? I want to make sure that we're within line. I hate for us to make an offer or a solution that's beyond your budget. So if you can share that with me and make it easier for us to prepare something for you and fit within your budget. And I said, because that assumes that there is a set budget that they have to work within. And if you gap sell and you actually understand the size of the problem, the budget is in a direct correlation to the size of the problem. So if you budgeted $500 to fix your car this year, and it ended up being a $7,000 repair, and it's a $80,000 car, so you can't just scrap it, and you can't drive without it, are you going to pay the $7,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, you damn fucking straight you are. So it doesn't matter that I have only budgeted $500. I have a $7,000 problem, and watch this. The cost of fixing the $7,000 problem, the benefit of fixing the $7,000 problem is $150,000, $200,000, $500,000. You're going to spend the money. So I never have to ask you your budget. When I've done a complete discovery and I understand that you have a $3 million problem, your sales team is off by $2 million, you have high churn, your average sales prices decline 20%, year over year, and I say, hey, it's going to cost you $250,000 to do the training with us. And you're like, well, I only budgeted $100,000. I'm like, and you have a $4 million problem. Go find the other $150,000. And guess what they do?
They go find it.
Because like, holy shit, we have a $3 million problem. $150,000 to fix it or $250,000 to fix it is nothing. I don't have to have a budget conversation. The problem defines your budget. Let me just say that. Everybody fucking paying attention. The problem defines your fucking budget. Giant problem, you're going to pay enough to fix it. Tiny problem, you're not. So I don't need to know the budget, period. Same thing with authority. If I have a giant fucking problem and you're not the authority, you're going to quickly go tell, hey, Tom, we got a problem. You need to get in here. You need to come see this, right? My kids are not the authority in this house. If the fucking kitchen sink is leaking all over the floor, they come running upstairs. Dad, we got a problem.
Right? Fucking love it. Right? I love it.
The fucking problem drives the authority, it drives the budget, and it drives the timing. Hey man, if you're losing, let's stick to fucking the water thing again. It's leaking. The pipe is leaking. Right? Tip, chip, 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 chip. It's annoying. It irritates me. I want to get it fixed. I got a podcast with you. I've got a meeting here. I'll get to it later. Right? If all of a sudden if all of a sudden, what's my timing in getting it fixed? I don't know, couple of weeks, size of the problem, right? If all of a sudden that thing starts gushing and all over the floor, what's my timing to close? Right fucking now, motherfucker. Let's go, plumber. Get your ass over here. My house will be destroyed. I can't mop it up fast enough. I don't know how to turn off the water main. Let's fucking go. The problem drives the timing. Don't fucking ask me what the timing is. Find my problem, understand the impact, equate what the cost of doing nothing is over time, and you know what the timing is. You don't have to ask the fucking client. Bant's a fucking joke. And every person who continues to argue it's not has their head up their ass and they're not thinking. They're not thinking.